Mom, what are we having for dinner? Mom, what are we having for breakfast? Mom, what's for lunch? I am asking you right now, what are you having for dinner in 2 days' time? In fact, what are you having for dinner tonight? Do you know that? The most frequently asked question, what are we going to eat? I have a solution to that question. Hey, welcome once again to my channel, Mom Motivation, and this is still your number one mom motivator, Ashley Roberts, the Momtivator. Do not forget to subscribe, like, share our videos, and also comment. We'd like to hear from you. We'd like to get your feedbacks. Back to the question. This is a question that most moms dread, but it's inevitable. We have to eat. The children have to eat. So they will always get to ask you that question. Mom, what's for dinner? Mom, what's for lunch? And it bothers us most of the time because a lot of women can just get so worked up. You know what I'm talking about. You're just thinking, having to just think of what to make for the house is a lot of stress. Meal planning looks like a very minor aspect of home management, but it's one of the most stressful events in your life if care is not taken. So today I'll be talking about meal plan, and I'm going to use my personal experience to share with you about meal plans. I got a lot of feedbacks from my last video with a lot of people asking me to share more real life experiences, more tips on how I get my things done. So today I'll be sharing my meal planning tips. First and foremost, depending on your household, you have to have like a meal plan. That's the breakfast, the lunch, and the dinner. And then you also have another meal plan. If you have like younger kids, you can have a meal plan for them. If you do packed lunch for the children, you should also have a meal plan for that. I'm going to share my meal menu so you can see how I plan my meal. I'm a Nigerian, so most of the meals you're going to see on the timetable will be a Nigerian meal. So, but it's just a template. Like I said, nothing is cast on stone. I'm not saying this my process is the best. It's just a template. You can adapt it and develop it, put in your own meal plan. First and foremost, what you need to do before you start planning a meal is to list out all the possible meals. So I'm going to use our Nigerian food that we eat a lot. So first, we eat rice, we eat yams, we eat plantain, we eat eba, we eat fufu, we eat pounded yam, we eat potatoes. Amongst the rice, we have different kinds of rice. We have the white rice and stew, white rice and sauce. We have jollof rice, we have fried rice, we have coconut rice, we have ofada rice, we have local rice. So these are all possibilities of rice. Then for yam, we have boiled yam, we have fried yam, we have roasted yam, we have whatever kind of yam, I can't remember right now. Then we have beans, we have jollof beans, and then we have the plain beans that you can eat with sauce. Then for eba, we have different kinds of soup. We have egusi soup, we have okra soup, we have all that. So what I do when I'm planning my meal is that when I write rice, I list out all the possible mixtures or recipes of rice, like white rice, jollof rice, and all that, just like I listed it. And then I have like morning, I have like my timetable: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I usually have a 2 weeks meal plan. I don't have a 1 week meal plan, so that the 2 weeks meal plan is recycled. So after every 2 weeks, the meal plan would have completed and we start from the top again. So of course, for breakfast, I listed out the possible things that we could have for breakfast: toast, oats, pap, cereals, and all that. All those come on the breakfast. And then for lunch, most of the time is swallow. So you can just, I can just put the swallow with the different soups. And then for dinner, of course, I also manage that. Sometimes we also have rice for breakfast or whatever. When you list out the different items of food, you can start infusing them into your list. Okay, so you have the first, you have three columns. You have the breakfast, you have the lunch, you have the dinner, and then you're going to have 7 rows which says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So when you've written out all the different possible meals, you can start infusing them. So it's like a puzzle, So you're infusing them into the different rows and columns. Okay, maybe this Sunday afternoon, we're going to have rice and stew. Then you alternate it. So maybe after rice and stew, the next time rice is going to show up on your menu, it could be jollof rice. Do you understand? So the next time rice is going to show up, it could be maybe coconut rice or local rice or fada rice or rice and sauce. Let's say you had rice and stew before. So when you're writing yam, maybe the first time yam showed up, it was like white yam and sauce or vegetable sauce. You can now have like fried yam and egg sauce, something like that. So maybe the other time you had fried plantain, you could now have it like roasted plantain or boiled plantain or plantain porridge. So you keep alternating it. There's also pasta. We do pasta. You could do pasta, the jollof pasta. You could also do the white pasta with meatballs or corned beef or minced meat. So these are all the options. You find out that by the time you infuse the different recipes of those food into your menu, you have a very rich menu that when you look at it, you're not repeating the same kind of food, even though the base may still be the same. It may still be rice, it may still be yam, it may still be beans, but you're having it in a different way. Now, how does the meal plan help you? The meal plan helps you when you are shopping. So you already know that maybe, let's say Monday morning, you have bread and maybe hot chocolate, coffee, or tea, or whatever you have with the bread. You're going to have bread and egg. So by the time you go for your grocery shopping, you're making sure that you have bread available for Monday. You're making sure you buy egg, you're making sure you have milk, you're making sure you have your cocoa, you're making sure you have your coffee, you're making sure you have your tea, whatever thing that you take with it. So now in the afternoon, you're going to have maybe swallow, if it's pounded jam or semo or fufu or eba. You're making sure you're buying those things and keeping it for that afternoon. You see that in the evening, maybe you're going to have boiled yam and vegetable. So you're making sure that you have vegetable in the house. So the timetable is like a guide. You find out that you already know the things that you need to buy, and you're able to buy those things ahead of time. You're not second guessing, you're not confused about what you need to get for the house. You see, so those things make it easy for you. You're not under pressure, and it also helps your home to run effectively. When you're not there, if you have people in the house, they already know what you're going to make or what is going to be for dinner. What I do is that I typed my meal plan, the 2 weeks meal plan. It's typed out and pasted on my kitchen wall. So even the children know what we're having for dinner, even the people in my house. So nobody calls me to ask me, what are we having for dinner? That question, I can't remember the last time I ever heard, what are we having for dinner? Because everybody already know what we're having for dinner. Most of the time, whatever we don't have in the house, when I have people living with me in the house, my cousin. So if we're going to have vegetable and yam for dinner and we don't have vegetable, so she just calls me to inform me we need to get vegetable. So you see that everything is actually structured. We know what we need at every point in time, and I make sure those things are at home. If it's bread, if it's egg, so there's never really a time I am confused about meal. I am not tensed up about meals. So that is how I created a meal plan for the house, and it has helped me a lot. It saved me from a lot of pressure, that worry, that panic. Maybe you're driving home from work and you're just thinking, what am I going to make for dinner? What am I going to give these children? Okay, maybe I will just make pasta. And then you're getting to the house, you find out that you don't have pasta sauce to make the pasta, or you just have 1 pack of pasta and you need like 2 packs to feed your family. You see that? So it's so worrisome. I've heard a lot of mom freak out about meals. It's always crazy. You hear them talking about, I don't even know what we're going to cook. So having a meal plan is so ideal. It makes your house run automatically. In fact, it's like an automated process, so you are not under pressure, and everybody just knows what it is. And then if you're someone that cook in bulk, maybe you make your jollof rice and put in the fridge, you make your beans and all that, you would have already checked your meal plan for the week and know what you ought to make and keep. Let's say you're having a father sauce for the week, you already know, and you make it down and put in the fridge. If you're having jollof rice for the week, if you're having egg sauce, you've already made all those things and put them in your container in the fridge. So even the kids, let's say you work and it's time for dinner, they know what they ought to eat. By the time they just go to the meal plan and look at it, they say, okay, tonight we're having jollof rice. They can just scoop from there, microwave and eat. You see, your life becomes so easy. You don't have that pressure. You don't have that tension. Nobody's putting you on edge. The kids are all over your grind when you want to rest, or you're just coming back from work and the greeting is, Mommy, what are we having for dinner? It's avoided. Everybody knows what to do. They just go to the fridge, take what they need to eat, microwave it, and eat it. Your life is easy. When you come home, you're relaxing and you're having a great time. I hope you found this, my meal plan tip, very useful. Let me know on the comments. What do you do? Do you have a meal plan? Do you want to adopt this? Do you want to add something to it? I am also here to learn. As I'm sharing my experiences, I also want to learn from you to add to what I already know, and so that I can also reach out to more moms that don't really know how to go about this. Thank you so much. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share our videos so that we can reach more people with our content. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.